Hi everybody, how are we all doing? I hope we're having a good week so far and a good holiday and all that usual stuff. So today's Thursday, no sorry not Thursday, Friday 26th of December, clearly Boxing Day. I hope everybody got presents that they wanted and all that sort of stuff. Look what I got! Hayley bought this for me for Christmas. She popped around yesterday with it and I was very surprised, but very happy because I have been after this little fella for a while now, ever since it was released like over a year ago before the Man of Steel movie came out. So yeah, and he comes with a little birth certificate which is just over here. Oh, loads, just dropped it, never mind. Read that. So his official name is Wow Cal Super Ted. So thank you very much for that, Hayley. Yeah. I'm actually going to get his costume later today because he is a bit naked, as you can see. But yeah, he does have a Man of Steel costume, so I'm going to hopefully pick that up later today. If not, probably get it delivered sometime next week. But I'm aiming to get it today. Yeah, so that'll be great. Anyway, what a year it's been. Hey, 2014 is almost over. This time next week it'll be the 1st of January. Good Lord, 2015. Obviously, movie-wise, in terms of geeky movies, we've got obviously Avengers, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man as well to look forward to. I believe Fantastic Four reboot will be coming out next year as well, and obviously there'll be no DC movies until 2016 with Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, and then obviously Suicide Squad. Batman v Superman coming out in March, and then Suicide Squad in August of 2016. Still can't believe they're doing a Suicide Squad movie. It's crazy. But let's focus on this year. What have we had? Obviously we've had Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the Lego movie. It's been quite a good year for films, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not going to do like top fives or anything like that. Obviously, my favourite being Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it is the best movie that Marvel have produced thus far, particularly just after Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I mean, Age of Ultron is I think Age of Ultron is going to be pretty spectacular, to be fair. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, and TV-wise, obviously we've had the third season of Arrow, the first season of Flash, with their epic crossover as well that just happened earlier this month. Not to mention, of course, Gotham, Constantine as well. So Constantine is still obviously in the air whether or not it's going to get a second season. I'm confident that it will get a second season. I'm hearing that the ratings have started to pick up towards the back end of the first half of the season, essentially, even though there's only about another 4 or 5 episodes left now, I think. Because they're only doing 13 episodes of the first season of Constantine. So that's where everybody's worried that, it might not get a second season. But to be fair, I think it's best that it does run for just 13 episodes, because what you've got to remember is that iZombie is also coming out next year. So if you do 13 episodes of Constantine, you do 13 episodes of iZombie, for example, then you're pretty much sorted for 2 different shows for DC and Warner Brothers there. Obviously next year, fingers crossed, we're looking forward to both Supergirl and Titans as well. Supergirl going to be on CBS, Titans is going to be on TNT. So interesting things coming for DC in terms of TV series. I know a lot of people are still not feeling Gotham at the moment. For me though, first couple of episodes were pretty slow, especially the first one. We know that the first one was just full of pretty much all the characters that they were introducing, just to give everybody an idea of what to expect. But I think after that it had started to pick up, and I think it's gotten better. It's gotten really interesting as the episodes have gone on, and really looking forward to the second half from January. Obviously, I've already mentioned Flash and Arrow. They pretty much both speak for themselves because, well, Flash and Arrow is always, they do speak for themselves. On the flip side, obviously you've got Marvel, second season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's doing brilliantly. Never mind the fact that it is tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, just the fact that even towards the back end of the first season, because we know that the first half of the first season was pretty dire, but because of the saving grace that was Captain America: The Winter Soldier, ties it in with the with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that was pretty much its saving grace. I think what happened in Captain America: Winter Soldier saved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and now the second season has pretty much kicked itself off. It's lifted itself off brilliantly. There is a couple of teasers for the Inhumans, which is not out until 2017, by the way, I think. So there's teasers in there. Not surprisingly, there's going to be a tie-in to Age of Ultron as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes into the TV series. Because now that the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually on a break, it's not coming back until March, purely because Agent Carter, starring Hayley Atwell, will be kicking off next month on ABC. So I think that's 12 or 13 episodes long, that one. So looking forward to Agent Carter, going to see how things were back in the 40s shortly after Steve Rogers went missing and then became frozen in ice for 70 odd years. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Agent Carter, and that I think will be pretty sweet as well. So very, very interesting times as far as I'm concerned in terms of what we geeks are looking forward to. I still can't believe it. I mean, here we are now, it's nearly 2015, and the amount of geeky TV shows and movies that we have got is just unprecedented, to be totally honest. Never in a million years as a geek, and I really didn't become a proper full-on geek till about, I'd say about 2007, you know, when I got back into comics again. It was about 2005, 2006 I got back into comics, but it was like, I would say around about 2008 onwards, 2007, 2008 onwards, and I really started getting into everything. That never in a million years would I have thought that we would be in a position where we're going to be getting nearly 2, 3, well, I would say, if you were to count, let's say from 2016 onwards, because obviously from next year it's not going to be possible, from 2016 onwards, you're looking at about a possibility of about, say, 5 comic book movies. 2 DC, 3 Marvel, 3 DC, 2 Marvel, however you want to look at it. Sony as well included with Spider-Man and obviously Sinister Six, Fox with its reboot of Fantastic Four, and then X-Men as well. We've got X-Men Apocalypse in 2016, for heaven's sake. We had Days of Future Past this year, which was brilliant. Pretty much reset the X-Men universe for us, which was fabulous. But yeah, all of these different properties all coming in left, right and centre. It's just, it really is just incredible, and never in a million years would I have guessed. I mean, obviously when I saw X-Men, when that came out in 2000, never would have guessed that from that moment on, we were going to get a whole multitude of movies. You know, we've had all the Batman films now, we've obviously had Man of Steel, we've had all these X-Men films come out. You know, we have had the really bad superhero movies, Catwoman, Elektra, Constantine in 2005, 2004, you know, Daredevil to an extent as well. And obviously, Marvel's Netflix series of Daredevil starts next year. Jessica Jones is also due to start filming. Luke Cage is in there as well, you know, and then they're all going to come together as the Defenders, and again they are going to be tied in a way to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. So, wow, the universes are expanding. Obviously, Sony wants to expand the Spider-Man universe. We know that they have obviously been in a bit of trouble this past couple of weeks because they got hacked regarding the movie The Interview. That has now been released in select theatres yesterday actually. You can pretty much find it on the internet now, so if you want to watch The Interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen, by all means go ahead and do that. But because of that, people are starting to think, oh shit, Sony are in trouble, you might as well give the rights to Spider-Man back to Marvel. And I think it would make perfect sense for Spider-Man to be back with Marvel, because with Civil War coming up in 2016 with the third Captain America movie, yeah, there's no reason why you can't have Spider-Man back in the fold for that. So we'll see. Who knows? It's not going to happen. We know, because Sony are adamant that they are expanding the Amazing Spider-Man universe on their own territory. But still, I think it would have been a better idea to allow Marvel to call the shots for Spider-Man. But we'll see. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, so all of these films and TV shows, it's incredible. It really is amazing. Comic book wise, I mean, obviously I'm still fully fledged in my DC comic books. Next year, DC are releasing Convergence in April, all throughout April and May. This is happening now. Those 2 months will coincide with the fact that they're moving offices from New York to the offices in Burbank in California, or LA, I believe. And people are thinking, oh, they're only doing it because they're moving. But Convergence is basically going to be going back to pre-52, new 52 stuff. So we're going back to the old DC universe. So Superman and Lois are married, Lois is expecting their baby, we're going to get old school Supergirl, we're going to get Steel, we're going to see you know, Robin as well, we're going to get all of these interesting characters back. Booster Gold and Ted Kord, Blue Beetle as well, are going to be back. It's just going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, and I'm reading obviously the Multiversity at the moment, which is fantastic. If you haven't picked it up, I suggest you do. They're pretty much one-shot editions of you know, each issue is like a one-shot story, but they are all intertwined in a sense as well, because it is about the wider multiverse. And you know, it's written by Grant Morrison, there's artwork by some amazing talented artists, but Grant Morrison, who really knows how to tell stories. Seriously, have a read of it and you will love it. Multiversity is definitely something that I would recommend to every, not just DC Comics fans, but I think any comic book fan out there. If you want to really know this full history about the DC Comics and its own multiverse, not universe, multiverse, because there are 52, or I would say 51 other different worlds out there. It's crazy, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, seriously, thumbs up to Multiversity, and I really cannot wait for Convergence. I'm looking forward to it. Other things that I'm looking forward to next year, obviously we've got the second Newcastle Film and Comic Con. It was his first one this year, it debuted this year, and I went and I really enjoyed it. Next year, not only am I going to go on both Saturday and Sunday, but I am going to be cosplaying. Still not telling anybody who I'm going to dress up as. Guess all you want. I think a few people may have sussed it out, but I'm still not going to say yes or no. I cannot confirm nor deny who I'm going to be dressing up as, but yeah, so I am really looking forward to it. Obviously this year I went with my friend Danielle. Next year I'm taking Hayley with me, since she got me this. Well, not because she got me this, but she did ask to come along with me, so I thought, well, go on then, Hayley. I think she said she's getting dressed up as well. She didn't say who as, so I don't know who she's getting dressed up as, but she doesn't know who I'm getting dressed up as either. But one of the pieces of the costume has arrived this week. I'm waiting for the second part to arrive, and then I'm going to try them on, and I'm going to send it down to my friend John down south, and he's going to work his magic for us. So yeah, can't wait. Anyway, that's it from me. Just thought I'd make this lovely impromptu video. Before I leave, actually, I just wanted to quickly talk about Arrow, because the way that show ended, its cliffhanger for the mid-season finale. I remember when I did my review, and I was telling people how I was just laughing on Twitter, because so many people were like, "Oh my God, Oliver's dead! Oh my God, what are they going to do now? What's going to happen?" And it's like, guys, you really think that the main character, the reason why the show is on in the first place, the main character is actually going to stay dead forever? You have no idea about the concept of the world of Ra's al Ghul. You really have no idea. But someone did a fan-made poster, it was really incredible by the way, of basically Oliver's hand holding an arrow coming out of the Lazarus pit. And it became so spectacular and newsworthy that everybody took it as the real thing. Stephen Amell posted it on his Facebook page and basically said, "This is a fan-made poster, don't take it as a real thing, but how about this for a concept?" And everybody else, all the major news outlets, all the usual geek sources that you go on to, Deadline, Variety, all of them, pretty much put it as a real thing. And it's like, guys, do you not know the difference between something that's fan-made and something that is real? But no, obviously they haven't got a clue. So, but I thought that was a really nice touch, and it's going to be interesting to see how it folds for the next 2 or 3 episodes, because I've been told that the next 2 or 3 episodes, Oliver's not going to be present. So, Roy Harper, aka Arsenal, John Diggle, maybe we could see the return of Huntress. Not that it's been mentioned. You know, who else is going to take up the mantle? Well, we have also got Laurel Lance getting ready to become the Black Canary as well. So I think it's going to be Arsenal and Black Canary who are going to be fighting crime, you know, whilst we wait and see what happens to Oliver. And if and when he does come back, if and when Oliver does come back, I'm ready for the part 2 showdown between him and Ra's, because that would be incredible. you know, a revitalised and rejuvenated Oliver Queen up against, you know, a centuries-old Ra's al Ghul. It will just be incredible. It really will be. So yeah, really looking forward to that. That'll be really awesome. But yeah, so people who are worried and complaining and crying, come on. Stephen Amell has been posting stuff on Facebook. He's still filming, clearly. There was even one picture he released with himself and his cousin, Robbie Amell, who plays Firestorm on The Flash. And yeah, something interesting may be happening there. Obviously, Brandon Routh playing Ray Palmer, aka the Atom. We've already been teased with his exosuit, and I'm sure we'll definitely see him wearing said exosuit before the season is out. If they don't give him a spin-off series by the end of season 3 of Arrow, something's not right. Because why can't you? Why wouldn't you? You're not teasing him just for the sake of it. He's in the show. I reckon it's going to be a case of introduce him in this season, which is what they have done, and they've done it really well, and then give him his own series. Not just him, but also Firestorm from The Flash. Can you imagine a crossover of Flash, Arrow, Atom, Firestorm, Supergirl? That right there is asking for it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's asking for it. I mean, especially when Firestorm came to the Flash's aid during the mid-season finale, the man in the yellow suit, getting rid, you know, helping to get rid of the Reverse Flash. That was awesome. Anyway, I've spoken long enough. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy what is left of 2014. Love, peace and happiness for 2015, people. Thank you very much. Goodbye.